something happened overnight
Oh.
that I woke up to that everyone's kind of like wanting me to kind of comment on.
Right.
And it's this tweet from Mike Ybarra. Okay, Mike Ybarra, one of us, one of us, one of us. But this tweet from Mike Ybarra, and this is, let's give this some context here. I don't think it needs much context. Have you seen this, Evie?
I have seen this.
Okay, so...
however, I have not seen what it is in response to.
Okay, so like without knowing any context of it, what would you say? What's going on here? I mean, there's not much context. If you don't know. There's nothing that's going to change it. Put it that way.
No. I mean, is he saying anything about the next expansion?
He is. That's what he's saying.
Is he meaning?
Right. Well. Okay.
What's he doing?
There was a tweet from Mr. Dave. There's a lot of people who didn't understand what others meant by a return to Azeroth. People want to return to the old places in Azeroth, mainly to rediscover the two places that they fell in love with the game on. They don't want pirates. They want World of Warcraft. So for a start, Mr. Dave clearly never been to Booty Bay. Clearly never, it loves the old world so much, but unfortunately just skipped out on Booty Bay. Never got there. Just was in awe of the rest of the old world.
Yeah.
So much.
But you get what they're saying, right?
I get exactly what they're saying.
This is the thing that always happens delightfully in the World of Warcraft community, where people are like, I want A and you want B.
Therefore, we are mortal enemies.
Exactly, we are enemies, and there is no place where it could be A, B, or B, A. It's just A or B, no other options. But you know, this is what, and obviously communicating this across Twitter is not the most subtle way to do it. So yeah.
And then Mike Ybarra, one of us, he replied to this like exchange because someone was like, "Hey, why don't you tag people from Blizz?" And Mrs. Dave was like, "I don't really want to do that. Seems a bit icky." Which Mrs. Dave is completely right on, by the way.
Sure.
That
like,
is icky. Don't go tagging devs in tweets like that. Mike Ybarra was like, "No pirates." That's what he said. That bombshell. That bombshell
he
right
dropped
there.
That one.
That's what he. Hey, look, that's what he said, man. That's
Okay.
what he said. No pirates. I mean, that's what he said, right?
He
No
did.
pirates. So, I mean, that's the end of it, right? No.
Of course.
Here's the thing, Evie. Let's look at some of these quote tweets, right? Because you might think what he's saying is. No pirates.
No pirates.
That's what I think he's saying as well. But it turns out that quite a lot of people think he might be saying something a little bit different.
Okay,
I think a lot of people think he's saying specifically, "Fuck you, Taliesin, you absolute dick," which I think a lot of people are quite happy about. So no pirates. But there's that my quote tweet, which is the best of the quote tweets. Obviously, clearly a misprint. He meant to say no Pilates.
Yeah, no Pilates.
And I don't even believe that's true. If you ask me to believe that there's going to be no Pilates in the next expansion, do you know what my response to you would be? Sounds like a stretch.
Oh. Wow.
Okay, so here we go.
Pilates, man.
I don't know any of these like things we're going to go through. Like no shade on any of the people writing these tweets.
Absolutely not.
Like no
This
hassle
is
for
just-
any of the people. Like we are just having a bit of fun.
Yeah.
We put no personal stock in this at all.
None.
Okay. But this is like the general kind of a lot of replies like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess all the South Seas theories and leaks are now confirmed fake.
Mm-hmm.
What? Because no pirates?
Yeah, I know. Jumping to a lot of
Yeah.
very quickly.
I'm now going to make it my sole mission to find one pirate at the expansion just to prove Mike Ybarra wrong. Yeah, the second one pirate turns out in the next expansion, which there's literally never been a WoW expansion with no pirates in it. Then once that happens, to be like, Mike, what have you got to say about this? Shame, dong, liar, one of us. Okay, thank God, but I still take it with a grain of salt. I still remember Danusa saying it's not what it looks like when the Savannah's picture with the burning tree got one, I just want to, I can't help myself.
No, you can't.
The Sylvanas with the burning tree picture was never leaked. It was literally the key art that was revealed at BlizzCon with the reveal of the BFA expansion. And it was not Danusa saying that, it was people who were actually running the game at that point. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's
another.
That's what someone about to reveal the pirate expansion would say. Now is a good time for everyone to remember the golden rule of WoW expansion speculation. We're always wrong, except Shadowlands, also except Dragonflight. Excuse me, also except BFA, which I predicted literally beat for beat. But anyway, whatever. I'm excited to see overreactions to this tweet. We won, holy fuck. We won. I won. Thank you, Jesus. I'm guessing someone who didn't want a seafaring expat.
Really hates pirates.
Yeah, exactly. WoW devs telling me directly they cancer hate me. Big relief here, to be honest. Pretty glad Quick is around when things get too crazy. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people reading this like no pirates. Everyone loved that. A lot of people reading this no pirates tweet as meaning like no anything that I think the and here's the thing. I still think the expansion stuff is what I think it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And I reiterate what I said in like that initial video that we put out about the next expansion and our theories. We don't care if we're wrong or right.
No, I mean,
going by what was in the game and just saying it's a prediction, but I don't care if I'm right. I don't care if I'm wrong. I'm not going to take it personally. Like, we are not the kind of YouTube creators that put like personal stock into our theories and get offended and bad game when it doesn't happen. Like, it just doesn't matter, man. Like it's a video game. Life is too short, right? Yeah. Sometimes it's just fun to speculate. But I would say, and look, I've got to say actually, like,
however,
but overall, absolutely, it is now less likely that the kind of the night school expansion that we predicted
is going to happen.
It's going to happen. Okay. Definitely less likely. No two ways about that. However, what I would say is that just because there are no pirates in it, it does not mean that the whole exploration thing isn't going to happen.
Well, exactly. Right? Maybe it's not pirates, but it's more explorers.
Yeah, exactly. And even in that original video, it was like I've said like it's not a pirate expansion. No, it's an exploration expansion.
What is it? The wave-born diplomat, right?
Exactly. That's what we said in the video, right?
Here's like, to broker peace and explore, not pillage.
The important things to take from that prediction are not pirates. In fact, I said it last stream as well when we were actually talking WoW. I was like, people are going to incorrectly call it the pirate expansion, like they incorrectly call BFA the PvP expansion at first when that was first revealed. Yeah. It's like I'm not predicting a pirate expansion. I said this literally last stream. You don't even have to go back to the prediction video. It's not a pirate expansion. It's an exploration expansion, right? Is what I'm predicting. And you know, it might be wrong. And if I am, I don't care. I'll eat shit. Who cares? Like I'll have fun whatever the expansion is, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, privateers, and like conquistadors, Age of Discovery, New Worlds.
Anything.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the important thing. Is like the important aspect of the prediction is that we go beyond like the storms in the west and we discover a new continent in the west.
Exactly, like, with the map shifting over.
Yeah, totally. The pirates aren't the important part about the prediction. The important part about the prediction is the seafaring discovery new worlds thing, right? To be fair, you have been saying for a while I'm right whenever it was a piece of content that clearly pirate themed. Yeah, but like but Goblin, I don't know how to say that I've always said I didn't think it would be a pirate expansion. Like, there's only so many. Like, I'm all for like making fun of myself when I'm wrong and stuff, but I can't pretend that I predicted it to be a pirate expansion just for memes when I quite clearly am on video saying I don't think it'll be the pirate expansion. I think it'll be an exploration expansion, right? So, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say to you, man. Yeah, okay. Actually, I do know what to say to you. You're right. I predicted a pirate expansion, despite having said it wasn't many, many times. So when there are no pirates, you can all laugh at me. If that's going to make you feel good, dudes, do it. Like, it doesn't matter to me. You do that. You just laugh at me, man. But that's the thing, right? So like I still think the whole Western continent thing is a goer. I still think it's a big goer. Happening.
And let's not forget that Blizz love to like say things that actually mean something slightly different. So like even BFA, the title Battle for Azeroth, we all thought it was like you say, PvP, battle, red versus blue, us facing off, whereas the actual battle for Azeroth, it was the battle to save Azeroth, right? So, you know, no pirates could mean all kinds of things.
The Lightborn Draenei quest showed the whole planet. It showed the whole, like, one part of the northern hemisphere. Yeah. And like, you know, it's quite obviously like you can have as much on that planet as you want. Like, you know, you could argue that the Dragon Isles was not shown in that map, so therefore like Tally, I don't know why you keep on saying that the current expansion is set in the Dragon Isles. We saw the whole planet in the Lightforged Draenei quests, and it clearly wasn't there. I don't know why everyone keeps talking about the Dragon Isles. It wasn't there. Where you tell me that the Dragon Isles is, I seen the Lightforged Draenei quests, mate. It wasn't there. What is this about? When is this new WoW expansion coming out? It's been years.
So yeah, like, to be fair, it is leak season, and the hype is increasing.
Oh yeah,
people
absolutely.
are choosing their battles, picking their sides.
Belilar is putting out a new expansion video every day at the moment. Like, he's like, dudes, it's pirates, and then the next day he's like, dudes, it's the void, and then the next day he's like, oh, that dude doesn't give a shit. He's just like, he's just got a bowl of like video spaghetti, and he knows you can't
I
possibly.
was gonna say darts, but spaghetti.
He's throwing it at the wall,
spaghetti.
and he knows you can't possibly watch all of his videos. No human being can. So he can just say whatever he fucking likes. They don't have to match
strategy.
up. They don't have to be like, he can just be like, I never said that. It's all about this. And the next video, he's like, what? People are saying it's all about this. They're idiots. It's all about this. It's so good.
But so cheers to Mike Ybarra for just dropping that.
No, I love that, and I love input from like people who work at Blizz like this, and Mike Ybarra in particular. Have you seen the video where Belial quoted you like 3 times in a row? Yes, it's got more views than the video he's quoting. Of course, because it's Belial, right? I think it's great. But all I'm saying is, I don't believe this rules out the Western continent and the exploration.
It creates a buzz and a stir, and that's what it's for. 100%. That's why it exists.
And the thing is, like, as we say in that original prediction video, if it's not next expansion, it's an expansion coming. You know, like, people were predicting the Dragon Isles correctly for a while before it actually happened, and likewise the Shadowlands. And I think a Western continent is absolutely nailed on, guaranteed, and I'm really interested to see what's going on. Another thing I'm seeing a lot of comments say is that if it's not pirates, therefore it's not exploration.
Yeah, exactly.
Therefore it's not the Western continent. It must be revamped Old World.
Yeah.
Which is, not exclusive. Again, that's the thing.
It doesn't have to be A or B.
Why not both? Exactly. Yeah,
why not both?
And I do love the typical WoW kind of tribalism that happens in this. Like, do I prefer it and I'm right? Obviously, yeah. Am I literally like a card-carrying, flag-waving exploration
guy?
Content?
Yeah.
Like,
are you the exploration guy?
Like, it's my prediction, but it's not even necessarily what I want, you know. Like, if I predict that we will wake up tomorrow with a Tory government. That's my prediction. It doesn't mean it's what I want. Like, quite the opposite, right? Like,
and also, like, who cares? It's going to be great.
Yeah,
we're going to get an
exactly.
expansion. We're going to get an expansion reveal at BlizzCon. It's going to be super hype.
Yeah.
We're going to be excited. And
I predict that next month there's going to be a new transmog on the store with 500 tendies to give away as well. That is not an endorsement. That's not what I want. It's just a prediction, right?
Yeah,
so, like, we're not like flag waving, you know, on the hill, like fighting for the cause, like pushing for a Western continent expansion. No. It's just like a kind of speculation of what we thought might happen, and if it doesn't happen, I don't really care. Even though an Old World revamp would be less work than the Kata rework for flying, I feel like a better approach would be evergreening zones. Well, you know, I think that as well. So, yeah, 100%.
That's definitely on the cards, I think. Eventually.
I've talked a lot here, Evie. What do you think?
No, like I've jumped in and said as well. Yeah, I don't think this means that there will be 0 pirates, as some people have made it their goal to find. But yeah, it's just what happens with WoW. Like, it's just how the WoW community operates, and like any game community really. But, you know, because people have been playing so long and feel really invested, like, I totally understand those people who are like, stop giving me pirates or more stuff. Go back and like fix the world that we already have, because I've spent a lot of time there and I want it to be like better. And it's 2023 and it's time to kind of update that stuff. So I'm totally with you guys. I also want that. I also desperately want that, you know?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what this means exactly. I think Mike is just stirring the pot very gently and just generating.
Mike's a good hype
chat.
guy, man.
He's a great hype guy.
I'd say that's like one of Mike's big strengths. He's a really good hype guy. He's really kind of involved with the fandom of the games that he's involved with, and I think that's one of the things I really like about him.
Yeah. He's really tuned in, and he knows exactly what's going to happen when he jumps into this conversation and says those words, right? Like, as has a lot of the WoW team has been great with this stuff. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, this is really good as well, because we also see the absolute reason why devs don't usually write shit like this on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because like one of the replies, "Dear Quick, thanks for responding. May I take this opportunity to request that you kindly have a look at rated battlegrounds?" It's like, okay.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I appreciate that he's even jumping into this conversation, because it creates all of these these expectations and threads and stuff. I just think it's really important to remember that like game devs, game directors, people who make games, who exist on the internet and Twitter and stuff, their job is sometimes, well, it's usually not to communicate information, but it's their job to kind of connect with the community. They're not a PR delivery campaign. They kind of exist as people, and I'm sure a lot of the stuff that they say and can't say has to be like filtered and passed through teams before they can do it, obviously, but they're not there like legitimately to collect feedback. I am sure a team who trawls through all the stuff that they are tagged in, then feeds that back, because there's lots of indication that especially recently WoW devs have, just the game in general and the teams in general, have become more agile and more responsive. We've seen that with the kind of the rollout of like the new patches. We've seen with that with lots of kind of little quality of life improvements, character customizations. So they're listening. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of just tagging everyone on Twitter, because man,
another thing you see people talking about in this situation, I'm surprised I haven't seen it in these comments, is no old gods in BFA. I hate to do this because it always sounds like but I feel like I've got to remind you that Ian Hazacostas never said there are no old gods in BFA. That was literally a Taliesin and Evitel joke that kind of memed its way into reality. And it's like, I almost feel bad for it, because it's a joke we used to do, and we'd just be like, remember, there's no old gods in BFA. Like, because obviously there were, right? Like from the very beginning, they showed us a picture of Ashara in the reveal of BFA in the What's Next panel, right? And it was a great joke. But there's a section of the community, mostly non-T&E fans, I think, who weren't in on the joke and who didn't follow like the memeage of it, who genuinely think that Ian Hazacostas said this, and who genuinely think that Ian Hazacostas said there are no old gods in BFA. He didn't. It is unfortunately 100% a T&E joke, and I kind of feel bad.
You shouldn't.
For it.
Well, I know what you mean. I think at times like this, it's really important to remember that Twitter and WoW and the whole community and all the discords and every fan and every dev, we're all part of kind of like a big, I guess a good metaphor, it's like a big elder brain. We're a big, like one big kind of brain organism, and when one person says something, it kind of becomes absorbed into the ether, and then someone thinks someone else actually said it, and then it becomes reality that this person actually said it and not this person, and then no one knows where it even began.
No,
so it's just really important. I think it's really important to remember that exactly. It's this, and again, this is just how it works. This is the world we live in. This is how things are reported and picked up, and then
it's really funny,
spun out forever. So I think the important thing is to not take it too seriously and just hope for the best, really.
When are we going back to Shadowlands to find out the Arbiter isn't all God? Hopefully never. I mean, it's just more fun when we're not in Shadowlands, isn't it?
I don't need to know.
Life is just more fun when we're not in Shadowlands.
I don't need to know anymore.
It's all good. Arbiter's fine. If the Arbiter is no God, let them get on with it. Let them do their thing. That's what I say.
So speaking of, we have just emerged from the Shadowlands ourselves.
Yes, very much so. So anyway, that's our view on Mike Ybarra saying there are no pirates, or just no pirates.
Or what about no pirates?
Exactly. Have we considered that, he just missed a comma?
Yeah.
And that it's like, no pirates.
Or no pirates.
Yeah. It's
who knows? Anyway.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks for indulging us in that
joining
chat.
in that little conversation. It was very important to us.